Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, sampler videos, series videos I've been doing for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. Burger from a pancake place. Alright, sure, let's give it a go. But before we get to that, it's a super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. I'm going to yam around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight the super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom, it's my Wargasm shirt. The fuck is Wargasm? Well, if you watch my videos, then you should know because I've worn this shirt a number of times on reviews. They are a electronic industrial new metal band duo out of the UK. It's also the name of like some band from like I think Massachusetts or some shit from the 90s. But I specifically saw the UK version. They were opening up for a band called Bloodywood a few months ago. I absolutely was floored by them. Went out, got my shirt, got a CD, even got my CD signed by one of the members. I had a fucking blast. Like, that whole show is fantastic. And by the way, I have videos of that show on this channel, just in case you're interested. It's not even like a prop-up thing for like my concert videos, because it's like I know there's not a lot of crossover there, but there is some. Occasionally I do get people who are like, actually, I did. I'm like, okay, cool. But anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? What are we doing? Well, I did allude to it in my intro, because, folks, no, stay together. Folks, we're doing, boom! It's a burger. It's a cheeseburger, but it's not just a cheeseburger from any place. It's a cheeseburger from IHOP, which, it's also dripping, thumbnail, which, if you're not familiar with IHOP, IHOP is a American institution. They're a pancake house, kind of similar along the lines of like your Waffle House, but personally I think IHOP kicks the shit out of Waffle House. I'm just saying. Although Waffle House could beat IHOP in a fight. Ain't no two ways about that. That has been established well and clearly. But, yeah, IHOP, like I said, they're mostly known as like a pancake breakfast place, but they do offer like lunch and dinner services. They're actually open late. And a few years ago, there was this whole online kerfuffle where they went over there and they announced, hey, we're doing burgers. We're going to rebrand as IHOP, the International House of Burgers, and it was going to be a whole thing. That clearly didn't happen. It was just a fun bit of marketing on their part. And, but they did actually, they came out with steak burgers and stuff, and I figured, fuck it, man. Let's find out what a burger from a pancake place tastes like. This particular burger is just their classic steak burger, because I figured if I'm going to start out on this particular journey, I might as well just start with the classic. It consists of steak burger, American cheese, lettuce, tomato, red onion, and IHOP sauce. It cost me $9.99, but it does beg mentioning, that is for the burger plus a side. Side comes with it. I had some onion rings. I ate them on the trip home. They were decent. So it's, for the most part, just a pretty standard burger. It's got something called IHOP sauce on it. I don't know what IHOP sauce is, but I'm about to find out. I'm also going to take out the toothpick thing. Let's eat a burger. Now, I will get on my high horse a little bit, just because, and some of you have heard me mention this rant before. When it comes to burgers, I never appreciate the fact that it feels like tomatoes and onions in particular are just implied to be there. I feel like you should have to ask for those as add-ons. I know they're considered classic. Not for me, man. I'm not a big onion guy. I'm not a big tomato guy. I did obviously get them with this because that's how the burger came. It came as standard. I ordered it as standard. But, were it me again, typically speaking, I would go over there and not add on the tomatoes and pickles. Or not, tomatoes I'm fine with, the onions and pickles. As far as the burger goes, It's a decently sized steak burger. I'm actually kind of surprised at that. It's got some thickness to it. I like it. It's tasty. It's got some decent flavor to it. I think the IHOP sauce is probably just like what most special sauces are. It's like kind of like a tangy mayo or something like that. That's what it tastes like. It's good. Reminds me a little bit of like Big Mac sauce, basically. A little extra tang to it. Burger itself is decent. It's not going to go over there and knock you on your ass or anything, but it's pretty good. I will say I'm a little bit, and maybe it's because of the thickness, because typically a lot of times with steak burgers, they tend to prepare them as kind of like smash burger style. This, it's obviously got a bigger, it's got a thickness to it, like I said before. You don't get a ton of steaky flavor, because there's definitely a difference between a steak burger patty and a normal ground beef patty. You do get like a greater depth of flavor, which there might be a little bit here, but I'm not getting a lot of, if that's the case. I am going to go over there and take off one of the pickles. That's just too much pickle for me. Yeah, there might be like a little bit of a steaky edge to the steak burger, but again, I don't feel like it doesn't have like the same impact as like your steak and shake. Like your Culvers and what have you. But, and this is my lunch, so fuck it, man, I'm just gonna. I'll say this. The onions and the pickle I don't mind terribly. The pickles have a decent flavor to them. And even though they're definitely very evident, my biggest point of contention with pickles is that they tend to take over whatever you're eating. They're such a strong flavor. With this, that's not really the case. Even if I do think they personally put at least one too many on there. But you're still able to go over there, taste the burger, taste the cheese. I mean, home. Here's what it comes down to. Fundamentally, it's a classic American style cheeseburger. And in that regard, it did a respectable job. All the elements tasted fresh. Like I said, I think the patty could have been a bit more flavorful. Especially if you're calling it a steak burger. I would expect more of a steaky flavor. And then, but I mean, everything worked. Of course it was going to work. The reason why I chose it is because if you can't get the classics down right, then how are you going to get anything else right? And I really do, I don't bring up the fact, I do sub sandwich reviews, and I'm sub sandwich dude. I love burgers. I am a bit of a burger aficionado. Even before I was doing the sampler platter, I love going to burger places. And I've reviewed lots of burgers on the show, for sure. Classic American style burger, it's a thing of beauty. And if you're going to do it, you need to do it right. And IHOP's credit, they did it right. Now, all that said, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Would I get it again? Basically begs the question, would I go to IHOP for a burger again? If it was strictly for their classic style burger, I don't think I would. Not because it's a bad burger, but because there's just better places available to me that I can get a classic style burger. But it's not a poor showing, like, especially for being a fucking IHOP. If I was at an IHOP, like, let's say maybe I'm, like, after a show or something like that, I'm driving home, I hit up someplace late, I could see maybe getting it again, But it's not outstanding, but I do think that it does the classic American-style cheeseburger. I think it does it pretty well overall. So, 5 things for you out here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, spend this rest of your folks. You go there, have yourselves a truly classic-style American cheeseburger rest of your life. I mean, granted, maybe you're not into cheeseburgers, you're vegan, what have you. Substitute. Get some impossible meat in there, or a black bean burger or some shit. There's so many of those things available now. And I'm not even knocking them or anything. Like, I've tried a few of them on the show. Some of them are pretty good. Anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Yeah, man. I mean, and in that regard, trust me, life can fucking kick you in the head real hard. Real hard. I'm dealing with that right now. I alluded to it in a post that I made, community post on my page, dealing with the death in the family at the moment. I wasn't even going to do reviews for a little bit, but like I kind of I needed something to get my headspace. I wanted to, and I don't know, maybe I don't know. But it's, you got to deal with it. Unfortunately, it's an unfortunate part of life. But it is really important when we run into those types of situations, when we're stressed, frustrated, or, we have to deal with a tragedy. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go over there, whether it's friends, family, whoever, the people you love in your life, I want you to go over there and I want you to, just take some extra time, tell them how much you appreciate them, how much you love them, because, and I mean, obviously it's been said countless times, before. I'm saying it right now. I'm not crying, by the way, just actually have shit in my eye. Just make sure you tell them how much you love and appreciate them, because, it just happens, man, and you don't anticipate it, and unfortunately sometimes it ends up there. And I don't mean this to like end this episode on a dour note or anything like that. It's meant to be like a positive thing. Just appreciate the people who appreciate you and the people who care about you and the people who are in your life, because even though I'm dealing with this particular situation, the timing, I've had a wellspring of support of, and I knew I would. Sadly, this isn't the first time I've had to deal with something like this in recent-ish years, so, it's kind of part 2, unfortunately, but, I have a lot of great people in my life. I'm very thankful for that, and hopefully you find yourself in that same situation. Anyway, bye!